together wondering, and satisfaction feels like a distant memory. And I don't egg myself all out. Why do I say, are you mine? Are you mine?
Hello guys, Bailey here, and today I'm going to be talking about weird things that I did as a kid. I still do weird things today, so if you want to see a part 2 of this video where I talk about weird things that I still do, give this a thumbs up so I know you enjoy this type of video and are looking forward to it. Also, before we start the video, I did want to show you my outfit because if you could put me into an outfit, it's what I'm wearing right now. So I've got my pug shirt, which you've seen before, where it's just like a pug flying through space like he does. I've got galaxy pants on, although since these made my butt look a little too good, I have some black shorts on top, so that's what I'm wearing. But like, the coordination between my pants and my shirt, how good is that? Also, I was like, what would look so perfect with this outfit? My pug socks. The only problem is I could only find one of them, so then we have just a random sock that doesn't match. Sock. So some of these are just generic things that I kind of repeatedly did, and some are like kind of little anecdotes, I guess, that I just wanted to throw in here that are kind of different than what most kids would do, so here we go. So I grew up in Florida, and there are obviously a lot of bugs and lizards and frogs and all sorts of things like that there, including some bugs that you probably wouldn't even believe exists, like giant things. If you aren't a bug fan, then don't go to Florida. One thing that happened is when I was like, I don't even know, 7 years old or 8 years old, we saw this toad, me and my sister, that had like its leg broken or something. It was so sad because its leg was like bleeding and stuff, and so I made a cast for it out of toilet paper, and we tried to heal it, and then after a couple days we set it free and it hopped away and it was all better. So I guess I actually did heal a toad. That's something cool. Related to that, we also had a ton of these tiny snails, and they were like everywhere. Like I would always see this like shiny little smear on the concrete, and I'd be like, there's a snail, where is it? And then I'd find it, and it's just a little tiny snail, so cute. So it's literally like this big, like so small that it's probably the size of a fingernail. And it's just a little tiny snail in its shell, and I was like really excited for it to come out of its shell and just hang out with me and be friends, and it would be my pet. So I would be on the computer all the time, and whenever I was on the computer, hang on, I need to demonstrate this somehow. So here I am just on the computer, and obviously it's on a desktop and stuff, so I just take my elbow and I lean to the side like this, and my pet snail was right there, smashed it with my elbow. I actually cried for days over that. It was the saddest thing that ever happened. I really loved that snail. So now for a more generic thing, I always used to try to jump into books like they did on Blue's Clues. I'm pretty sure that's what they did on Blue's Clues, yeah, but just jump into them. Like, this is such a cool story. I want to go live in fairy tale land, so I just put the book on the ground and just jump on it. It didn't work. But I believed that until I was like 9 years old. I basically wanted to be in Corpse Bride. When my cousins used to come over and just like hang out and play games with us and stuff, we would always like have all these different dress-up clothes, and there were some like spooky ones that we would play the scary game, as we called it, which basically we had a ton of instruments, like we had a keyboard and like baby guitars to learn to play guitar and stuff, and like bongos, all sorts of things. So basically we would all pick an instrument and we'd all be wearing some weird costume. Like, I don't even remember them. I think one of them was like the Grim Reaper or something. But basically, I would always wear this skeleton costume, which was just black with like a white skeleton body. And I would always play the piano. I was like, I'm gonna play the piano, I'm gonna be the skeleton. Like, that's, no one else can be it. It's just me. It's me. So yeah, it was so weird. Like, my favorite activity was dressing up as a skeleton and playing the piano at the same time. Another weird thing, please don't hate me for this, I used to pet my fish. Like, I would always have a pet betta fish. I never wondered why they only lived for like 3 or 4 months, because recently I had a pet betta fish that lived for like 2 years or something. That was Noelle, if you've been here since like my first year of YouTube. So I thought Noelle was just really special to live that long, but normal betta fish only live like 3 months, until I realized I used to pet them. I would just stick my hand in the tank and just stroke the fish, and I'm sure that didn't help its lifespan. Like, forever ago, Miley Cyrus came out with a book that was kind of like a memoir. I'm pretty sure it was called like Miles to Go or something like that. And I had this book, I read it, and then my friend had like an American Girl book, and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't read that one. And so I was like, we could just trade. I was thinking like some kind of a library where you check out a book, but to check it out, you have to trade the book. So it was like, I read it, we trade back. I thought that was what was happening. I was wrong. This was in like 4th grade or 5th grade, I want to say, and basically, my friend never gave me back my Miley Cyrus book, and I cried. So yeah, I cried over Miley Cyrus. That's interesting. Another weird thing, I wanted braces so badly. And then when I think I was like 14, I actually got braces and I cried. I got nosebleeds all the time. So in elementary school, I think more kids got nosebleeds. I think it was more of a normal thing in elementary school. I can't remember, but yeah, I got nosebleeds a lot. If you guys remember when I told you about my dodgeball playing experience when I got a nosebleed because the ball hit me in the face, that isn't just when it happened. I had nosebleeds like at least probably once a month. So yeah, in 9th grade, there was like a week or two where I had a nosebleed like every day at least once, maybe more. So I was in my math class and I see this blood just drip onto my paper while I'm working and I look at it and I'm like, that's weird. And then I see another drip of blood and I'm like, where the heck is that coming from? I look up at the ceiling and I'm like, is there something coming from the ceiling? What is that? And then I'm like, wait a second. And I touch my nose and there's blood and I'm like, oh. It's me. So then I'm like, excuse me teacher, can I please go to the bathroom? I'm having a nosebleed. And she's like, sure, do you need to go to the nurse or something? I'm like, no, it's fine. It happens all the time. I'm good. So then later that day or the next day or something, I was in my guitar class at school and I'm just sitting there playing guitar and then suddenly I realized that my nose is about to start bleeding. I got so used to the feeling that I could tell it was coming before it even happened. It's so weird, but if you have nosebleeds a lot, you probably know. And then I was like, excuse me, sir, I'm about to have a nosebleed. Can I please go to the bathroom with the nurse or something? And he was like, yeah, sure. And then everyone in the class was like, Bailey, you're just trying to get out of class. We don't think you actually have a nosebleed. You actually think people are going to believe you? You don't even have a nosebleed yet. And then I come back and I've got this bloody tissue. And I'm like, I had a nosebleed. Like, I told you guys. And they're like, oh, should have known. Should have trusted you. So yeah, I guess it's kind of weird, but I had nosebleeds a lot when I was a kid. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. I really need you to subscribe. I want you to join our family and be a subscriber. I was thinking of calling my subscribers Baileans. If you didn't know, that was like my spooky name when it was like October. So if you want to be a Bailean, then subscribe. And also don't forget to comment below any video requests that you have. They can be Christmassy if you want because it's like the Christmas season, we all know. Oh my gosh, Vlogmas starts tomorrow. If you guys don't know what Vlogmas is, it's where I upload a vlog every day until Christmas. I'm pretty sure this was started by Ingrid Nielsen, and if you want to go check it out, it is on my vlog channel, BaileyTube Vlogs. It starts tomorrow. Be excited. So yeah, click the I button to go to my vlog channel, or I will leave a link to it in the description box below so you can go check that out. And that is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!